Go live. You're live. Am I? Yes, I am. All right. All right. Well, hi, Steve. What's, Ooh. I've never hit that button before. Oh, there you go. Oh, my sister Linda's here. Yay, Linda, Steve. All right. It's trivia night. I'm just kidding. It's really not. It's really not. So what did I learn today? I learned that on my computer, if my screen goes to sleep, Sharon's here. If my screen goes to sleep and I wake it back up again, the picture on OBS freezes. So right before I went on, I had to shut down OBS, restart it, and blah, blah, blah. But I made it. Phil is here. Buenas noches, la familia. Y Doug y todos nuestros amigos de Miami. That's right. There you go. 1515151. Yes. So where's my quote? I'm going to start doing PSAs where I do quotes. I haven't posted it yet. I can't find it. All right, so forget it. But I've got some. I got some good quotes, some snappy quotes. Well, I don't know if they're quotes because I'm just quoting myself. I'm calling them PSAs. So here we go, folks. This is it. This is all she wrote. Week before surgery. Yes, indeed. And I can't wait. My freaking shoulder's killing me. And, yeah, it's annoying. Sheboygan. Let me get myself settled in here. That's where I want to be. Hold on. Is that? No, that's worse. That's better. There you go. Mr. Frogsworth in his Scream regalia. And so, yeah. So, I said that this week was going to be all requests evening. And I sort of came up with like 7 songs that everybody always requests. So I'm going to jump right in. And feel free to, add your 2 cents, 3 cents. Nonsense, whatever. Yes, Steve Vance was here first. The world as we know it has shifted. So I actually have 2 more gigs before my surgery. Saturday, I am playing at Daryl's house in Pauling, New York. It's on Route 22 in Pauling, New York. If you're in the area and you've never been, come by. We're playing the non-tribute bands get to play on Saturday and Sunday afternoons, unless if you're like a Led Zeppelin tribute or a Blink 182 tribute or whatever. It just seems that like they just book tribute bands for the evenings because it's easy. You can easily fill your stuff because people are like, oh yeah, I like Led Zeppelin. I like the Led Zeppelin. So, yeah. So, actual bands and artists are relegated to Saturdays and Sundays at noon. But it's become a thing, and I appreciate the gig. Don't get me wrong. I definitely appreciate the gig. But when the club first opened, it was a different vibe. It was like, artists, big name people coming through that would play Daryl's as like a secondary gig around their bigger gigs in the New York or tri-state area. And, but things change, and I don't blame anybody for trying to stay in business, but sometimes you just wonder if it's like lowest common denominator, like what's the easiest way to fill these seats. but I digest, so let me not do that. I mean, digress. So I'm going to jump right in. And Linda, since you're here and you missed it last week, The Great Pumpkin Waltz, a little Charlie Brown. And let's see if I can pull this off. I'm not going to look at the chart. Chart be damned. Because, I only play certain songs like once a year. But here we go. Yeah, I think I got this. Famous last words. Yeah. Okay. Already made 2 mistakes. Try it again. That's right. Here comes some nice chords. G major, F sharp, B, ba dee do 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 do. C minor major, pretty high. How about melody octave higher? There we go. Woo! Woo! All right, let's see. We're talking about Christmas here? Holy smokes. Okay, hold on. I got to scroll up here. Bum, 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 oops. Dun, da, 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 da. All right, let's see. Terrific. I'm doing terrific. Woohoo. And I made the tea reference as I have a nice cup of tea in front of me. Yeah. You know, the picture this week was like a mug of like cider or pumpkin spice something. And I was going to have a mug with me tonight. And, of course, I just remembered it now. Yeah, people are talking about Christmas. Yeah, my drink is a buttery Chardonnay. Not ready for Christmas concoctions just yet. Good. Twinings Christmas tea. It's the best. I hear that. They're selling Christmas trees already. It's not even Halloween. Sorry about last week. Couldn't make it home in time, but I was home all night. Cool. All right. Sharon gives me a nice start. Little happy faces and some notes. Okay, let's see. Okay, good. I've checked all the postings in the chat bar, and everything seems copacetic. All right, so this next song, it goes out to Sharon Paulson, our official videographer of the Ernie and Doug show, or Doug and Ernie. And yeah, so this is a song by Duke Ellington, supposedly. But first, see that? Oh, that kills my shoulder. And what's bad is when I kill my shoulder, it stays kilt. That's the bad thing. It's not like, oh, I got a pain, and then like it goes away. No, it just stays. So a week from tonight, next Tuesday, I will be recovering from surgery. That's the day I have my surgery. So I'll probably post, one of the old live streams. I'll probably put a link, in the newsletter or something like that. But yeah, I'm definitely not going to be able to make next week as much as I'd like to. Little Joe DiOrio right there. Joe DiOrio, great guitar player, passed away, and he had a book called Intervallic Designs, and I just loved that book. And so, like, I don't know, it got ingrained in me. There's only like 2 real instructional books, maybe 3. Intervallic Designs and the Bach 2-part Inventions for Guitar. There might have been a few others, but really not many books that I really devoured. Yeah. I think Don Mock, he had a book on the augmented scale, which I didn't really understand. And so I went through that book, and at the end of that book, what I learned is that nobody really knows what the augmented scale is or how you use it. It's just whatever you want it to be. All right. Yeah. Oh, so yeah. Sharon, this bud's for you. Oi, oi, oi. bang, boom, caravan. Just for Sharon. Let's see. Phil said, we'll miss you. Good luck with the procedure. Thank you. I plan on being back the following week. That's my plan. A man's got to have a plan. And I'm ready. I got a stockpile of just like videos, live stuff, recordings that I did, charts. We got so much that we could have some fun with, I think. I think it'll be fun. I hope it will be fun. I hope you'll dig it. I hope you'll tune in and watch. And then if all things being equal, if I have a tremendous, great recovery, I think after 8 weeks, I should be able to play. I probably can't like go to the gym and go nutty, but I should be able to play. But we'll see. Got to take it, Who knows? Maybe I'll have like the world's quickest recovery. Or who knows? So we'll see. Let's see. Something about the key of this song that really does it for me. I'm an old Parisian at heart, I guess. Yes, well, it is in the, I play it in D minor, which, as Spinal Tap has taught us, is the saddest of all keys. So, yeah, there's something to be said for that. The saddest of all keys, ladies and gentlemen. And before we continue, may I just point above the headstock of my guitar, and you'll see a little labella up there, although I have the wrong strings posted. I have my electric guitar strings because I'm an idiot, and I forgot to change it and didn't notice it until right now. But I endorse labella strings, and I do use their electric round wound 12 gauge on the big my big Epiphone Emperor Regent. And on here, I use the medium tension classical labella strings. And on every guitar, I have some kind of labella product. And I've been endorsing them for over 30 years, as you that tune in every week know and hear all the time. And then down at the bottom of the screen, I would be remiss if I did not mention TrueFire.com, who I have not been with for 30 years, but I've been with, I think, over 10 years. And I have over 300 instructional videos there. I have my own channel. And one of the best deals, if you are a guitar player and you have any interest in trying to learn anything from me, they have lessons there. And I love their sort of lesson layout. And it's the best bargain anywhere to do what they call the continuing lesson, where you just pay a flat fee every month and you could have as many lessons as you want. You could have 1 in a month. You could have 6 in a month, whatever. However your work flow is, it works. I mean, because literally what they charge for a month is what I would charge for 1 lesson. So it's a deal. It's such a deal. I enjoy doing it. I like the way they have it set up. It's very smart. And so if you're thinking of doing anything like that, do it. And you'll notice I'm wearing the throwback La Pomp Attack t-shirt. Yes. And you can come up here to you can come up here to that QR code, go to my website. I have a merch store with this stuff and hat, beanie. I have a music store with 30 years of recordings, 40 years of recordings. Yeah, 40. Oh, God. And then I have a brand new sheet music. And I actually somebody bought my first product on my sheet music thing, and it was on the melody to Autumn Leaves. I did a video that has been quite popular. I did... Steve said, why don't I do another Q&A? I definitely could do that, Steve. I think that's a good idea. I will write it down. Do a Q&A while I'm recovering. Do a Q&A while rehabbing. Okay, cool. Thanks, Steve. Yeah. Yeah, now I totally lost my train of thought. Whatever it was I was thinking is gone from my brain. Oh, I know. I was talking about Autumn Leaves. So I did I did a thing on a counter line for Autumn Leaves. So like Autumn Leaves, the melody you play and then like you do nothing. I'm doing nothing, right? Now I'm doing nothing. I'm doing nothing. And I'm doing nothing. So I filled in with a counterpoint. And so I posted I posted a YouTube short that did well, and then I posted an actual instructional video, which has done very well because YouTube right now, they boost shorts. If you are posting short videos, you get lots of views because they, in their little algorithms, send it out. And if you do longer videos, they're like, meh, and you don't get a lot of views. And anyway, so this instructional video that I did for this song actually got, right now it's over 500, close to 600 views, which for me is good because my typical thing is like 100 plus whatever, and so this was very good. And my typical for shorts is at least 1,000. So you can see that they really push the shorts because I look so good in shorts. Ask my wife. She made me tan my legs this year. She's like, man, if you're going to wear shorts, you got to like brown up those legs. So I did. And they're beautiful. God. Okay, Steve did a dad joke. He said, Sharon, you know what they say? Don't be flat, don't be sharp, be natural. Music joke. Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna do Autumn Leaves, and I figured just because I'm gonna do it as more of like a bossa, because I do that sometimes. I'm apt to do that. Sometimes you take an original song, the way it was originally done, you do it a different way, and it's crappy. My son just sent me a thing of some famous song, and they were doing it in like 9/8 or something, and he's like, check this out. And I was like, yeah, it's impressive, the fact that they could do this song in 9/8 that was originally in 4/4, but to me it just sounds like a skipping record. It's, I don't know, I don't get it. But anyway, but sometimes you do stuff to songs and it's cool, so like taking a swing tune, some of them, and doing it as a bossa sometimes works out great. I think this is one of those times. The autumn leaves blow by my window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, those summer kisses, those sunburned hands I used to know. Since you went away, my days grow shorter, and soon I'll hear old winter's call. But I seem to miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. Falling leaves blow by my window. Those autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, summer kisses, those sunburned hands I used to know. Since you went away, my days grow shorter, and soon I'll hear old winter's call. But I seem to miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall, when autumn leaves start to fall, when autumn leaves start to fall. All right, autumn. Let's see, what's going on here? Waka Waka. Who wears short shorts? Yeah. Let's see. Doug, how's about I got the world on a string? Da 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 da. Got the string on my finger. I'm in love. That's a good song, but I got the world on a string. Fingers on my finger. Yeah, except I can't remember the whole melody. The chords are kind of easy, but I'm not sure the whole melody. Sorry about that. That's a good one. World on a String. That's a nice. Oh wow, Steve Vance's grandfather. Nice. I'm still waiting. Oi! All right. Very nice. nice. Very lovely. Very nice and lovely. All right, so this is for everybody. Everybody loves this song. Little bossa dorado. Little gypsy tune, but it's a gypsy bossa, and they do the bossa nova groove different than the people that invented it, the Brazilians. Yes, indeed. You know, I think I'm going to have a little drink of water, a little sip. Oh, wow. Because I haven't had my, what do you get from this? Micro plastic things. Microplastic. That's good microplastic. But yet I still keep reaching with this arm. I complain about it, but I still keep doing it. Ginza Samba, huh? Yeah, I could do Ginza Samba. Want me to do that now? Do Bossa Dorado later? Yeah. Ginza Samba, always a challenge. Always a challenge. Because you just got to try and play as fast as you can. The really great Brazilian guitar players, they can do this. And I don't know how they do it that fast. Maybe they're not picking like I am. Maybe they're going like... Maybe. Yeah. Those great chord changes. You know, it kind of makes me sort of enjoy doing the looper because you get to hear the chord changes, you know, real well. And then, you know, like I come back and either I'm singing the melody while playing the chord changes or I just play the chord changes and then come back and play the melody. But I think that, you know, chords are highly underrated. You know, I like some good chord changes and some nice voice leading and stuff, you know. It's nice. All right. Let's talk. More play. Must maintain speed. Alrighty. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't been using any sounds tonight. Yay! 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 Oh yeah, I remember that. Money. Used to make money playing music. Way back. Let's see, what else do I got here? Boring. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. Guess that's it. There you go. Let's see. Michael Lagunas. The cats are swanging. Thank you. I have a serious preference for nylon string guitars. Oh, there you go. They are very expressive. You can get you can really get some, this sound. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Yeah, nice. Yes, symmetrical riffs, whatever. Yeah. All right. So what was I going to do? Oh, I was going to do Bossa Dorado, but I'm going to change things up. I'm going to swing a little. I'm going to swing. I'm going to sing and swing. Let's see. Steve said, Phil, how is your daughter doing with guitar lessons? Oh, yeah. How is she doing with the guitar lessons? Yeah, I'm definitely a Suzuki method guy that, like, when people study with me, I want them to, like, play something that sounds like music. Imagine, like, you're taking your first guitar lesson and they're like, oh yeah, this is why I'm playing guitar. Yeah. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, what is this here? Oh, BVS is here. BVS. WBVS. All right. Oh yeah. So this song I haven't played in like a million years. It kind of reminds me back on my conservatory days. We had we would have to pick a song and sing it and play it and do a chord melody and chord subs and do it in all keys and all that stuff, which is good stuff. And it's good stuff. But I just like this song. It's I think it's Fats Waller. I was gonna say Fats Domino. I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. There's a great version of Oscar Peterson doing that. Yeah, Blueberry Hill. But anyway, I'm going to play Ain't Misbehaving. I mean, how can you go wrong with a song where the second chord is the diminished chord? Ooh. All right. No one to talk with, I'm all by myself. No one to walk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. Tritone sub. I know for certain the one I love. I'm through with flirting, it's just you I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. Like Jack Horner in the corner, don't go nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. Believe me, I don't stay out late, I don't care to go. I'm home about 8, it's just me and my radio. Ain't misbehaving, saving my love for you. Talk with, I'm all by myself. No one to walk with it, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. I know for certain the one I love. I'm through with flirting, it's just you I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. Like Jack Horner in the corner, don't go nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. Believe me, I don't stay out late, I don't care to go. I'm home about 8, it's just me and my radio. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. Wow, somebody's like really, let's see, Jeff says, Steve, a long time ago as a paying hobby, I spent quite a few years hustling top quality wood for instrument makers. Oh, nice. I still have a storage unit full of it. None of the wood is newer than 20 years old. Oh, wow. You could be sitting on a gold mine, bro. I mean, really. You know, I think we talked about this, or at least I talked about it last week, I think, where I was talking about, you know, where now you're getting like, oh, and the neck is roasted maple, you know, and really they're just taking green wood and baking it so it dries out quicker. So, you know, because like you store wood for 20 years so that it's dry and, you know, it you know, That's what you got to do to make a great instrument. Is you got to have some old, dried out wood with good grain. And and that's what's funny about like all that flame maple stuff. The flame maple stuff is very pretty, but I'm not sure what it has to do with the sound. It just looks cool. Like when you get a Les Paul, it's a big hunk of mahogany with a maple cap. So that beautiful flame maple is, it's like, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch, and then there's 2 inches of mahogany. So anyway. Let's see. Sharon said, Doug, maybe one Halloween theme song before your surgery. Everyone seems to love The Witch is Dead, or maybe a Charlie Brown pumpkin theme song. Yeah, we did the Charlie Brown pumpkin thing. Let's do Ding Dong, The Witch is Dead. That's another one I can't play. No, that's right. Maybe. Okay, sorry. Ding dong. Who is it? It's the witch. Which old witch? The wicked witch. She's dead. Okay. Steve said, I'm disappointed in Fender and Gibson these days. You spend $2,000 on a guitar and you still have to work on it to get it right. You spend $2,000 if you're lucky. That's if you buy a used Gibson. Believe me, bro. That's why I got the Epiphone, because I couldn't afford an L5. It was like, forget about it. Forget about it. Hey. Let's see. Jeff said, my grandson has a few of my instruments. I helped him make a cavaquinho for his mandatory senior class project. Cool. I'm working on one now. It'll be a keeper. I don't know the cavaquinho. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I know a trace. I know a quattro. Those are Afro-Cuban instruments. All right. What was I going to do? Oh, Bossa Dorado. And it has the James Bond intro. Sharon said, my Epi has a great sound. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very happy with it. But, you know, I mean, the only bragging rights guitar I have anymore is my Gibson 165, my Herb Ellis. You know, because now if you go on stage and you got something that says Gibson, that's like, whoa, because people know, whoa, that shite ain't cheap. When I got my Gibson Herb Ellis, it was $975 with the case. Brand new. In 1993, 94, something like that. Yeah. Got it from Sam Ash in White Plains. From Tony Ferranda, Spider-Man. Oh, you know, there was something I wanted to say about Ain't Misbehaving. Why do I like that song so much? Well, first of all, I like the chord changes very, very much. And, you know, this whole, like, voice leading. One chord over 5 from the bass to the 6. I mean, come on. What's not to like? And then the lyrics, I realize it reminds me of the old days, right? I don't go out much. I don't stay out late. Don't care to go. I'm home about 8. Just me and my radio. Now, I'm old enough that I can remember me and my radio because I grew up in my grandparents' house. And at night, quite often, my grandfather and I would sit around his old brown plastic Magnatone or Magnavox radio, and we'd listen to the Knicks or whatever. But we wouldn't be watching TV. We'd literally be sitting around listening to the radio. And I think that's why that's one of the many reasons that I like that song, because there's a certain nostalgia for me personally where, you know, pretty much there aren't any people still alive that like sat around and listened to their radio, you know. And I was lucky enough that I grew up in my grandparents' house, and so they were all married at the turn of the century or before. My grandfather was 1894. And so, yeah, all they did was listen to the radio. The radio was a newfangled invention. Radio killed vaudeville, Video killed the radio star, and on and on. Okay. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Bossa Dorado. That's right, by Menon. So that riff, I played that a lot. I think I got that from either Steve Vai or the other guy, Joe Satriani. And they did something that they were showing how they play a minor arpeggio. So like D minor, they're starting on A, but they're doing A, D, F, A, D, F, A, D, F, right? And I was like, oh, sweet. And so I took it, and of course I had to do my own thing with it. So I think I'm moving it up in fifths. I don't know, moving it up in something. And so yeah. So it's funny where I've grabbed stuff from all kinds of different players. Rock, country, prog rock, fusion, straight ahead jazz, old timey, bebop, pre-bop, post-bop, hop bop, bop bop, mop mop. Let's see. Steve Van says, I'm Mesa Boogie Man. Yeah, I had a Mesa Boogie amp. I had the first production year. I want to say 81. I had a Mark I. And that was when they went from, I think Randall Smith was still making them, but he was no longer, like, he used to have one of those plastic punch-out things where he would, like, have, like, this is 100 watts, and he'd tape it on. It wasn't that. It wasn't like the very, very first ones, but it was the first production year. And I had that amp for a long time, more than 25 years. And when I sold it, I got a lot of money for it because at that point it was considered, a classic. Vintage, that's it. It was considered a vintage amp. And what's funny, not long after that, they started reissuing, all the stuff. But at that time, you couldn't get a Mark I. They were like up to like Mark IV or something. And so if you wanted a Mark I, you had to find somebody, me, that had one and pay a lot of money for it. Sweet. All right. Let's see. Do-dee-do-do. Oh, Sharon liked the bossa. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you very much. All right, so I'm going long here tonight, Going out with a bang. So Steve Vance, finally, you were the first one here, and I'm going to play the last song for you. And you know what song it is. I don't got to tell you. Ow! Oh. Okay. I must love pain. That's good water. Microplastics. I met up with a good friend of mine, Banjo John Capalbo. We played in the Bandolins together, and we have been friends maybe 15 years now. Feels like it. Feels like more than 10. Well, I've been up here for 15 years. And we met soon after. Yeah, so it's more than 10 for sure. And anyway, we met up for coffee at Starbucks, and a bunch of his buddies hang out. And so one of the guys that was with him said, oh, check out this video. And he showed us this video. And it's about a guy, it says like, 1950, and the guy's like having breakfast, and it's like 2 pieces of toast, 2 eggs, and steak, steak and eggs and toast. And all of a sudden a light flashes in the other room, and a guy comes running in. I'm from the future. Don't eat eggs. They're not good for you. And he says all this shit. And then he runs out, and he always says, Godspeed. And he runs out and disappears. So the wife is like throwing out the eggs. Then the guy comes back from the future again, like 2 seconds later. And he's like, wait, it's changed. You can eat the eggs. You just can't eat the egg yolks, blah, blah, blah. And Godspeed. And he leaves. And then he comes back later, and he's like, wait, no, we realized that, like, the eggs are okay, but you can't eat the steak. Don't eat the steak. Godspeed. And he leaves, And then eventually the whole bit ends with him coming back, and he's like all depressed, and he's like, Okay, we don't know why any of this stuff is good or bad. It might just be genetics piece, you know. And it was just like, it was just pretty funny. It tickled me, and I chortled and giggled and had a guffaw. Oh, PV amps, love. I got a real quick PV story, and then I'll play this song. You can all go on your merry way. But I did a jam session for 3 years in Larchmont at a place called the Upstairs, and I had a little PV. I can't even remember, like a PV 100 or something. I don't know, but I mean, this was back in 1990, and the amp was old then, so it had to be an amp from like the late 70s. And and I just used to leave it on the gig. And so you can imagine what this thing looked like after 3 years. It had no knobs left, and it was soaked in every kind of like beer, wine, vomit, cigarette burns, and it worked. It never not worked. It was unbelievable. It was probably the single best amp I ever owned. Maybe not the best sounding, but it wasn't bad sounding. But man, you couldn't kill it. I figured that after the apocalypse, there'd be like cockroaches and PV amps would be left. Okay. All right, I got to play this song. So Steve Vance and everybody, this is for all of you, but I know this is Steve's favorite. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking. As she passes, each one she passes goes on. When she walks, it's like a samba that swings so cool and sways so gently. And when she passes, each one she passes goes on. Oh, how I watch her so sadly. How can I tell her I love her? Yes, I would give my heart gladly. But each day when she goes to the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at me. She's tall and tan and young and lovely. The girl from Ipanema goes walking, and as she passes I smile, she doesn't see. mug goes walking. When she passes, each one she passes goes on. When she walks, it's like a samba that swings so cool and sways so gently. And when she passes, each one she passes goes on. Oh, how I watch her so sadly. How can I tell her I love her? Yes, I would give my heart gladly. But each day when she goes to the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at me. She's tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking. As she passes, I smile, she doesn't see. Looks straight ahead, not at me. When she goes to the sea. Well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, that is it. That's all she wrote. All that's left to do is get my shoulder chopped up. And that's coming next Tuesday. So yes, if you are around and you do want to come to Daryl's house for my farewell gig, that will be great. It'll be Saturday, this Saturday. I'm playing from 12 noon till 2 p.m. Daryl's house, Paulding, New York, on Route 22. It's a badass club if you've never been there. It's great. The food is great. The sound is great. It's great. Peter Moshe is the sound technician there, and he is an A-level, top-shelf sound engineer. Just unbelievable. Yeah, it's really good. And Lisa Johnson, thank you. Yes, I can't wait to get this done and get back to playing. But like I said, next Tuesday I will be getting the surgery that day, so I won't be doing anything that night. I'll probably be sleeping or groggy or grumpy or bloated or all three. And but I am planning on doing the Tuesday after. I'm planning on, after 1 week post-surgery, to come on. And like I said, I got a lot of stuff planned. I like, Steve Vance, your idea of doing a week where we do a Q&A. You could ask anything you want. I'm going to do some stuff where I'm going to go over some of the records I did, and that could spark some conversation where I'll talk about what was happening at the time, because I've been recording since the 80s. So we'll start with Parachute Pants, and yeah, can you dig it, and talk about what was happening at that time and what the vibe was. And, it should be pretty interesting, I think, I hope. And yeah. So I think that's it. I want to thank all of you so much for all your support. I really means a lot to me, and keeps me coming back every week and doing these live streams. I really enjoy it. You guys make my week. And I guess that's it. I'll see you all post-surgery, unless I see some of you up at Daryl's house. And God bless. Be safe. And as always, I wish you love, peace, and, just a little touch of chicken grease. All right. Peace. See you.